Strangers' random act of kindness that always stuck with me. Growing up, things were rough at home sometimes. My parents had some issues and fought frequently. It was often really intense and would get physical. One day, my mom ended up calling the police, and they eventually came. My whole family was pretty fractured at that point. It felt like everything that had happened growing up was finally past the breaking point. I was 15 at the time and felt completely crushed. Things really weighed on me by then. I had seen a lot growing up and I was struggling. My mom would often hurt herself and was severely depressed. She would also tell me that my dad was abusing. This had a huge effect on me as a kid. It was the middle of summer when this happened. When the police came, I just broke down and told them everything that was happening at home. They ended up taking my mom away as she instigated things on this occasion and was unstable. I knew at this point any real concept of a family I had was gone. I remember afterwards leaving home to go walk across town. There was a field with benches I would go and sit at sometimes when things were going on. I was crossing the bridge in the middle of town, and there were 3 girls around my age walking towards me, coming from the opposite way. I must have been crying pretty hard at this point, despite my best efforts to hide it. I was looking at ground, obviously not wanting to make eye contact. One of the girls noticed though and stopped in front of me. I just looked up for a second and she gave me a massive hug. I must have stood there for a good 5 to 10 seconds and just hugged her back. After, I didn't even say anything and kept walking. I was super embarrassed at the time, on top of still obviously being very upset, but that hug has stuck with me for years now. I had no one to talk to about anything. I often think that hug gave me the little bit of comfort I needed. I'll never forget that moment and will forever be thankful to whoever that stranger was. It was a moment that sometimes I think back on like it was a dream, but it wasn't, and it made a massive difference that day. After that, it really reinforced just how much of a difference a small act of kindness can make in someone's life. You never know what people might be dealing with,